DACA Flow's park festivals, like this one, this is number 5 and counting. And if you include DACA Flow's university festivals, that brings the count to 11 festivals that DACA Flow has held. DACA Flow brings together wellness seekers and wellness providers, and it is a privilege for us to come together in this beautiful Gulshan Society Lake Park to support one another in seeking healthy, balanced, thriving lives. To kick off the festival, we have an opening session featuring several distinguished guests. I'll go ahead and introduce them and let them share some comments on wellness and their role and their organization's role as well in wellness. So first I'd like to introduce Nusrat Faria. Yes, please. It's our honor and privilege to have her here with us. Nusrat is an award-winning actor, law graduate, model, singer, television presenter, radio jockey, and a wellness advocate. She has received, through her performances, the CGSB Performance Award for Best Actress for one of her roles. Nusrat prioritizes her health and well-being, maintaining a healthy and nutritious eating, regular exercise, and natural living. She prioritizes work-life balance and regularly practices yoga and meditation exercises. She encourages all of us to take good care of ourselves and our loved ones and embrace positivity to ensure that we are living as happy beings. Thank you for being with us. Next, I'd like to introduce Shazia Omar. She is the, well, actually, we'll go to Troy first. So Troy Bethman is the Director of Communications for USAID in Bangladesh. He has more than He has more than 20 years of experience managing outreach and public relations for USAID and other organizations that work to improve the quality of life for people around the world. USAID's program in Bangladesh is the largest in Asia, and their work shares many priorities of DACA Flow: health, education, promoting healthy living and opportunities and empowerment for women, girls, and youth. And last, Shazia Omar, CEO and founder of DACA Flow, yogini, writer, teacher. Shazia has decades of dedicated practice and experience in the ancient art of yoga. The profound understanding of the mind-body-spirit connection, she gracefully guides her students and community through transformative journeys both on and off the mat. Shazia is dedicated to expanding awareness and wellness to all through her teaching and work with DACA Flow, a movement to create a community of wellness in Dhaka through wellness festivals, retreats, students, and employee wellness programs. Thanks, Shazia. So we'll go ahead and start with Nusrat and ask her to share some of her experiences in wellness and just how she maintains a healthy lifestyle and prioritizes wellness for herself.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to everyone. Well, this is a very first of a kind experience for me because usually I'm very used to performing of 1,000+ audience, but this is something very, very first time, but very unique because I'm sure যারা এখানে এসেছেন তারা interesting কিছু দেখতে এসেছেন, especially the kind of organization with Dhaka Flow is all about wellness, well-being, and kind of a practice যেটা আসলে আমাদের ঢাকা সিটি লাইফে অনেকটাই missing. So thank you so much, Dhaka Flow, Ms. Sazia, and everyone for having me here today. So answering your very specific questions, that is mental health. I think the kind of a profession I am in, I'm here for almost 12 years. I'm working since the age of 14. So yeah, it's almost 12+ years. So we always work under very high stress. So ওরকম একটা professional থাকলে, it is very important to exercise mental well-being, no matter what. Any given circumstances, we always perform under very high pressure, if that makes sense, like giving your best shot, doing your best with a small amount of time. So ওইরকম একটা environment থেকে, it is very important to keep your mental sanity intact and perform your best, because otherwise losing your cool will not be something very cool to the audience, you know. So, yeah, I always practice staying calm, composed. The most important thing that I can tell you is that my only mantra, that being kind. Kind with your actions, kind with your words. Whoever is coming in front of you, make sure that the first thing that you're saying with a bit of kindness, so that whatever you're receiving, that will be with kindness too. So you set the tone, you set the environment. And for me, another thing I think worked really best is the kind of people I'm surrounding with. If I'm sitting with a 10 people who gives me the right amount of energy, especially positive energy, I can feel that, whatever I'm doing next couple of days or years or whatever, it's going to be amazing because the energy says for itself. So that is so important to me, who the people that I'm surrounded with. And other than that, I think I do almost everything. I dance, I jump whenever I'm happy, I speak my heart out, I sing, and I do yoga, I do, you name anything. I'll probably do jumping jacks here if you just tell me right here. So I'm one of those person that I'm a happy-go-lucky girl. I like to take it slow, and most importantly, there's nothing way more important. I mean, like, we are in such a lifestyle right now. We take ourselves very seriously. Oh God, I'm an actress. Oh God, I'm in this and that. Just take a chill pill. You need to take yourself very lightly. You're nothing that great. There's greater people waiting there, and you just need to relax, take yourself lightly, and just receive whatever the art is providing you. Be with the nature. So yeah, that's all about it. I think that's what's keeping me beautiful and happy so far.
Thank you. And at this point, we'll pass it over to Troy and let Troy talk about. I know it's a tough act to follow, Troy, but you can talk about USAID's programming and how they relate to health and wellness in Bangladesh.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Leslie. Yeah, so again, my name's Troy Beckman. I work at USAID. আমি বাংলাদেশে দশ এগারো বছর জন্য থাকতেছি কাজ করছি আমার বাংলাদেশি ভালো না তাই আমি ইংলিশে বলবো So I work at USAID at the U.S. Embassy. USAID's been working in Bangladesh for a long time, 50 years, and I think health has been probably our biggest program and biggest focus over those 50 years. A lot of that's been more focused in improving the service of healthcare, especially in rural areas. But something we're looking more and more at now is how we can improve health and fitness in cities like Dhaka. I know it's not easy finding outlets to be physically fit or active, or even finding some mental wellness amidst the city of 30 million people. So it's not always easy, but at USAID, we're lucky to have organizations here in Dhaka, organizations like Dhaka Flow, who we're actually partnering with now to really focus more on engaging youth, engaging women, engaging people that don't always have the same opportunities that maybe we have, living here in the tri-state area of doing yoga or playing tennis or whatnot. So together with Dhaka Flow in Kelbe, we're actually partnering with some other famous people, the national women's cricket team and footballers, really to reach out to university age students in youth in Dhaka and in other cities across the country to learn new ways to be fit, whether that's doing exercises at home with these videos that we do, or getting out, or getting girls to go out and play cricket or football, or really just have the opportunity to do what it makes them feel good. Because I think at the end of the day, that's what physical fitness is. It's if you're not physically fit, you're not going to be mentally fit. It's all kind of part of one package, right? The mind, body, spirit. So that's something we are looking at now. I will just make a quick plug. We're doing a big fitness convention in February at a Loki with Dhaka Flow with Kelbe, where we'll kind of showcase a lot of what we're talking about and bring some of these youth, these girls in to, kind of draw inspiration from them. So with that, I will leave that. Thank you.
Thank you, Troy. And now let's hear from Shazia Omar, the CEO and founder of Dhaka Flow and organizer of all of this who brings the wellness community.
আইসা বলবো না এই যে হেল্প
Hey, Gladly.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor to welcome you to the Flow Festival to celebrate healing, connection, and growth. So first of all, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who are participating in this wellness journey with us, to all the coaches, to all the vendors, to all our sponsors and our strategic partners, to my incredible team that's been just effortlessly, tirelessly working away, to all these lovely volunteers that have been supporting this event. So a very, very big thank you. So our mission is to support the health and healing of our community. Dhaka Flow, we're more than an organization. We'd like to believe that we are creating a movement towards an open-mindedness that allows us to all embrace alternative healing practices and to talk about our traumas and our challenges in a more open way. It was lovely to hear Nusrat share. Even as a famous actress in Bangladesh, there's still struggles, and you have to sort of take yourself lightly and open up and enjoy the things that you enjoy. Lovely to hear Troy talking about the urban challenges. There's this lack of space, lack of acceptance sometimes for different communities, often for girls, to just get out there and move. And just the connection that until we're moving our bodies, until we're able to be healthy on the mind body level, we lose out on so much in terms of resilience, confidence, happiness, and achieving our full potential. So Dhaka Flow, we're trying to create a culture of healing in Bangladesh to help people find strength through self-discovery. We're doing, we have 4 pillars of activities. I'll just share a little bit about them. One is festivals like this to raise awareness, to get people excited about living healthy, to create activities for the whole family to center on around the theme of wellness and healing, and to promote practices like yoga, meditation, sound healing, art healing, any sort of creative expression, anything that lets you come outside of yourself and express yourself, and or lets you go within an embodied practice that lets you connect to the deeper side of who you are. We also do classes and workshops to help people build consistent wellness practices. We've opened 2 studios this year, one in Gulshan, one in Bonani. We've brought together over 60 wellness coaches at this festival, and we're offering free classes to everyone. So you can try things out and see what calls to you. A lot of times, I mean, many of us haven't tried everything out there, and you don't know what's going to be your favorite way of staying healthy until you try it out. So encouraging you to try out all these classes. Then we have an employee wellness program. So we're working with corporates to help people prioritize workplace wellness, to release stress, to be mindful, to use breath work. These are really simple tools that with a little bit of training, everyone can benefit from. And then finally, we offer retreats, which local and international retreats, which are a way that people can step outside of their comfort zone, you know, meet new people, explore different activities, and kind of get a reset and rejuvenation. So our focus is on mental wellness, youth, and also healing our planet, because I mean, we can't be healthy in our body if everything around us is unhealthy. So this festival, we've had a really big focus on the clean air campaign, and we've had tree planting. So if you didn't experience some of those things today, we have one more day for you to enjoy all of that. And the last thing I just want to share is that we're working towards building a community where all of us can heal together. We're trying to grow the demand and the supply for healing practices and healthy activities. And we need all of you to come together and be with us in order for us to grow as a community. So thank you for coming out here, and let's continue to heal and grow and enjoy life together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shazia. Also, before we take a few questions from the audience, we also wanted to go ahead and thank Barrister Omar Sadat and the Gulshan Lake Society. for letting us use this beautiful facility, this beautiful green space for what it's meant for, to bring people together in wellness. So at this time, we'll go ahead and take a few questions from the audience if anybody has one. Yes. Yes? Okay. So let's go ahead and just continue the discussion with our panelists here. So, Nusrat, would you like to speak some more to the wellness movement and to DACA flow topics?
Well, I feel the whole initiative, I think, which year you guys started? I'm sorry. Last year, yes. When it started, I've seen a couple of posts on social media, of course, because people coming, a very selective community people come here. It's not like for everyone and everyone, but the people who have similar interest, they come here, they're part of the whole process, and they come and enjoy the activities. So I feel if you guys continue to do it so every year, people will be much more aware of the fact that there is something called wellness. Most of the people, we don't relate to it because, I would say something, the thing you were saying about trauma. I remember everybody says like, oh, you were so nice and jolly. Like everybody around us has some trauma, either or the around. It's all started at your childhood. So we have to focus on those small things so that we can carry forward and be a better person in the future and gift a better person or better version of ourselves to the other person. So I feel these are kind of wellness practices are actually amazing. And especially I was extremely inquisitive about the fact that what was the retreat you're talking about? What kind of retreat? Is this food or no? Some other retreat, I'm sure, for healing retreats and all. So, like making more educate and, like sharing the newses about this to the other people, the people who doesn't know much about. I also don't know much about these, and I wouldn't mind to educate myself coming here and knowing. And probably the kind of initiative you guys have taken, it's really vast. And I think the kind of people, like what I can see, all generation people come here, starting from the age group 0 to 7 to the our distinguished older peoples as well. So which is a great thing. So please continue to do so. And I'm really happy to be here today. And please share more knowledges, share more things about mental health and physical health so that people can actually take this matter more seriously.
Thanks so much, Nusrat. I think one thing you mentioned is true. We have sort of focused on our community, our friends, our family, our children. And we would love to share this knowledge with the greater Bangladesh, which is why we're so happy to be partnering with USAID and Kelbe. This information should definitely go out to everyone because preventative health care it's free. It's the way you take care of yourself so you don't have to spend money fixing yourself in hospitals. I think another interesting thing that we've brought together at this festival that we didn't have last time is we've got a couple of international guests with us. We have, touching on to the deeper quantum physical topic of energy and how to use energy to manifest your dreams. We have with us a manifestation coach, Rasmeet. And if you guys missed her sessions today, definitely check her out tomorrow. And she did a couple of public sessions. She's also available for life coaching on private level. Just the idea of if you can visualize what it is you want, how far you can go in making your dreams come true. And I'm a really strong believer in manifestation. And so I think that's really exciting. And we also have an international yoga teacher, Vari, coming in tomorrow for the 12 o'clock session. He was my teacher. So I'm really excited to share him with everyone else. If you have a chance, do check out his class tomorrow at 12. So yeah, just a question. Who here has ever tried out alternative healing, sound healing? Raise your hand. Oh, only 3. Who here has tried art healing or art therapy? 3. Who here has tried improv therapy, which is where you role play and act and express yourself outside of your usual self? Improv therapy? 1. Okay, who here has gone to the hospital and had antibiotics? I think everybody. So whoever didn't raise their hand is not listening. That's okay. But there are so many different ways we can empower ourselves and strengthen ourselves. And the fact that we spend our entire life in this one body, I mean, it makes you think, oh, wouldn't you want to know better how this body works and how to look after it and how to go deeper? I find now I've had, like Leslie said, decades and decades of practice in yoga. And it's just every single year, every single practice, I'm going deeper and deeper into it. And it reveals so many beautiful mysteries. And it's just such a joy. And this is why I'm so interested in sharing it with everyone. But if you haven't tried art healing, sound healing, manifestation, energy healing, I mean, and it's all free for you here, I would really encourage you to check out some of these things. And if you're hesitant, I would be interested in hearing why you are closed off to some of these practices. If anyone wants to share.
So, you have a question or comment?
Why don't you come up here?
When you said that the first event took place last year, it brought back memories of that period, which was of that festival, which was really warm, and again we really learned new things and how to go about it. But then there was also another element that time. The Gaza tragedy was going on, and the whole nation and all the people there, we all felt for it, and we even managed 2 minutes of silence. But it so happened that this abominable crime is still going on. 1 year later, it's still going on. And it's gone back to the back of our consciousness. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to sort of like wear us out. So I just thought that since wellness means a lot of things, not just, your own physical, personal wellness, but the globe's wellness, without letting what's happening in the climate change talks, the people are becoming even worse. We're going backwards. The last 2 conferences, nothing has been achieved. So I just think maybe we can at least make a reference, and maybe even observe a moment of silence, Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. So it brings up a very important point. I think today we're faced with so many difficult things happening in the world, so many tragedies, so many crises in the world. So I think it puts all the much more importance on making sure that we're centered and grounded ourselves, and we take care of ourselves and our inner beings. So we're able to show up for the world. So we're able to do our jobs, to do our purpose, to help those in need that are impacted in Gaza and in all the other places in the world as well. Anybody like to add on or share any more?
Yeah, that's a great point. I think in today's world, we're hit with all kinds of, I think, negative energy all the time. I mean, you look on your phone, we all have cell phones, right? What's the kind of stuff we're scrolling on our phones? A lot of it's doom scrolling on social media. So I think that's why events like this and communities like this is so important, probably more important now than it's ever been, because it allows you kind of a space where you can put all of that stuff away and really just kind of focus on yourself and focus on, giving and receiving, positive energy, and really kind of, trying to not necessarily forget about what's going on in the world, but really try to maybe, channel positive energy back into the world and try to make it a little bit better place. So.
Okay. Any other questions or any other topics any closing remarks from the panelists? Again, we're just very blessed to be here together in this space and coming together with wellness seekers and wellness providers. So maybe if our panel can share one last word related to wellness that we can take forth with us as we enjoy the rest of this festival and as we, also as we leave this space, this sanctuary, that can help us stay grounded and centered.
Well, again, thank you so much for having me here. I think I am the less knowledgeable one sitting here on the floor because you guys are has been experienced and very much active on this field. But my experience is actually it's a by default of my work choice, my profession. I mean, the way I train myself 10 hours every day for dancing or for singing. So I think to survive in this industry, you also have to train your brain so that I'm calm and composed. So it's not only that, only work-wise, but also personal life. In personal life, as a person, আমাদের নিজেদেরকে ভালো সুস্থ এবং একটা নর্মাল স্টেট অফ মাইন্ডে সেটেল রাখতে হলে we need to practice the wellness of our mental health. এটার কোনো আসলে অপশন নেই এবং যত ছোটবেলা থেকে আমার মনে হয় এখনকার বাবা মারা অনেক বেশি স্মার্ট এবং অ্যাডভান্স। আমি তো 90s কিড, আমার বাবা মারা ছোটবেলায় কিছু একটা বকা দিলে পট করে একটা মার দিয়ে দিত, ঠাক্কা বলতো আয় পড়তে বসস না কেন, and all these things, so I know এখনকার বাবা মারা is actually not like that. They're much more composed, they're like very sensitive about their child, so which is great actually. তাদের বড় হয়ে তাদের জন্য একটা healthy environment create করে দিচ্ছে। আমরা ধাক্কা খেয়ে খেয়ে শিখছি, but hopefully আমাদের next generation এ যেন ধাক্কা খেয়ে শিখতে না হয়, and hopefully you all create a healthy environment for our next greater generation who will bring a greater Bangladesh together. So thank you so much for having me.
Okay, I'll keep it short. Actually, two words that kind of stand out to me in closing. One is community, and the other is gratitude. So I think the first one on community, I think when people ask, what's one of the great things about DACA, to me, it's this sense of community, and I think this is a perfect example of what we mean by community. So on the point of gratitude, I want to thank you all for coming out here today. I want to thank Shazia. I want to thank Leslie, and thank everybody for having me here, but just for being here and being yourself and committing yourself to being a better you. So I think, together in this community, we can all pledge to live our best lives. So thank you.
Okay, I guess I want to dedicate my final words also to everybody who's here, to our search for purpose, for well-being, for deeper connections. I think together we are able to enjoy life much more rather than in isolation. So I encourage you all to take time out of your busy lives to develop those practices that bring you joy with your friends, with your family, and with your community. Thank you.
Again, I'm so happy that the cycle that started last year was held again this year, and I hope it continues because this is a momentum has been developed, and may it continue.
Thank you so much. And again, like we all have our own personal ways that we take care of our well-being in our professions and in our community. And I encourage you all to go around the festival to try the sound healings, go to the yoga shala, go to the meditation garden, and try all these different modalities and see what resonates with you. You might find something new. And also don't miss the other activities. DACA Flow Festival is going on tomorrow as well. The schedules are around. It's also on the online program. And don't miss the musical performance tonight at 6 p.m. So let's have one more round of applause for our distinguished guests and for the audience. Thank you very much. Thank you.